There are a few crises that I tend to see in the lives of people who are depressed, and by the end of this video, you'll understand what 3 of those crises are. My name is Dr. Park. I'm a psychologist for youth, and here at Through the Waters, we nurture your mental health. So one of the crises of depression is hope. Depression can be a crisis of hope because when we're depressed, we have a hard time seeing a future that is hopeful and believing that things can get better. Related to this crisis of hope, depression can be focused on the past. I had a professor in graduate school who said that anxiety is usually focused on the future, while depression is usually focused on the past. Anxiety can be focused on the future when we have worry about upcoming events, also known as anticipatory anxiety, because we're anticipating something that's coming up. Depression can be focused on the past when we're replaying memories in our mind, grieving fragments of our lives, or even ruminating, which means continually dwelling on negative thoughts or feelings or memories. Even if we're thinking about the past, though, depression can be a crisis of hope because our negative focus on the past makes it more difficult for us to experience hope for the future. The second way that depression can be a crisis is that it can be a crisis of vitality. We can think of the word vitality as meaning life or aliveness. There's a well-known video called Depression, The Secret We Share, where the author Andrew Solomon shares in a very vividly poetic way what depression has been like for him. And he uses this word vitality. His use of that word has really struck me because I do think depression can be a crisis of vitality, of aliveness, a crisis of experiencing that which is truly life-giving. Depression can feel like a living death rather than an experience of being truly alive. That brings us to the third way in which depression can be a crisis of something. And before I share this third crisis, if you're finding this video valuable, please consider clicking the like button and the subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. It means that you'll be notified of our future mental health education, and it also means that YouTube will be more likely to share this video with people who could really benefit from it. So the third way that depression can be a crisis is that it can be a crisis of connection. A friend of mine told me about a book called Lost Connections by Johann Hari. The author really traces how our modern ways of living have given rise to a loss of connection among people, including within our families and our communities. If you resonate with this idea of depression being a loss of connection, I will add that you might want to explore the simplest ways that you could connect with people, especially if that connection can happen in person, so that you're physically inhabiting a space with other people in an embodied way. In other words, you're in your body and they are in their body and you are in the same space. If that's not possible for you, online connection is okay too. The important thing is just to get those relationships going again in your life, to form those connections. So that's how depression can be a crisis of hope, vitality, or connection. In the description below, I'll provide links to the video by Andrew Solomon and the book by Johann Hari if you're interested in those. And you'll also find some free coping tools that you can download as well. Feel free to leave a comment if you'd like to share how you've experienced depression as a crisis in your own life.